Good evening. The July 27th, 2021 meeting of the Marion County School Board is called to order. I'd like to welcome everyone here live with us in the audience and those of you watching from home. Vice Chair King, would you please read our commitment statement?
I sure will. We are the Marion County School Board, we are the Marion County School District Leadership Team. When we come together to work, we are efficient, effective, and productive. Our three most important characteristics are dedicated, transparent, and individually responsible. To work well together, we must demonstrate respect, confront reality, and be accountable. We will always put students first, and we will leave a legacy of success.
Thank you, Vice Chair King. For the courtesy of those listening to the meeting, I'm requesting everyone in the audience to please turn off your electronic devices or put them on vibrate. Later in the meeting, up to 30 minutes will be provided for individuals to address the board on matters concerning the operation of the Marion County school system or the school board only. Presentations to the board are limited to 5 minutes and are televised. If you wish to address the board regarding a regular agenda item or matters on which the board customarily takes action, you must first complete a peach form located on the table in the hallway. If you wish to address the board regarding a public hearing or a student discipline matter, please complete a lime green form. These forms must be fully completed and received by the board secretary no later than 5:40 p.m. The procedures applicable for each are on a separate sheet. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Mrs. Allison Campbell, District 1.
Here.
Mr. Eric Cummings, District 3.
Here.
Mrs. Nancy Thrower, District 4.
Here.
Mrs. Kelly King, District 5.
Here.
Dr. Diane Gullett, Superintendent.
Here.
Mr. Jeremy Powers, School Board Attorney.
Here, and I should note for the record that Ms. Campbell is appearing telephonically, but we do otherwise have a quorum as well.
Thank you, Attorney Powers. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dr. Gullett, I understand you have some staff introductions, and we'll look forward to having you introduce them at this time.
Well, thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I do have the great pleasure tonight of introducing some new team members to you. Some have been with us in our new roles, but it's my pleasure to introduce them to you so you can say welcome yourselves. So I'm just going to call their names and tell you what they're doing with our team this year and have them just stand. So I'll start with Miss Melicia Cooper, who I'm pleased to introduce her to you. You've proved her to be the Reddick Collier Elementary School principal. I'd like for our next person, Dr. Stacy Reese, to stand. You may remember that Dr. Reese served as the Bellevue Elementary principal and is now serving as the Director for Grants and Federal Programs. Pleased to have her in that role. And then I'd like for Dr. Diana Ellisay to stand up. She is now the South Ocala Elementary principal, and she used to serve in the Grants and Federal Programs Department. We're very pleased to have her in that role. I will go ahead and introduce now Brian Green, who you may remember was the Lake Weir Middle principal and is now serving as the Director for Talent Development, one of our new roles in our district. I'd like to have him on board there. Donna Kidwell is our next person, and Donna comes to us from Alachua County. She is now serving as the ESE Director. We're pleased to have her as part of the Marion County family. And last but not least, Janet Biddick, you approved previously, and she is now the Director for Professional Leadership and Learning, and we're pleased to have her on board in our family and serving and supporting training. So all of these wonderful team members have joined. They're already hard at work, and I just wanted to be sure to say thank you and welcome them. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Let's have a round of applause for our new and newly retired into different positions. So welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for joining our team at such a pivotal and interesting time in public education. So it's going to be a great year. We can feel it, can't we? Thank you on behalf of the whole board, but I bet maybe everyone has something else to say, so please go ahead.
Yeah, well, congratulations and thank you so much for choosing your positions also and to be here at Marion County Public Schools. Thank you.
Yes.
I echo the board sentiment. Thank you guys for being a part of the team. It's going to take a team to do what we really need to do in Marion County, so I'm glad that we got some new draftees to the team, so thank you.
Board Member Campbell?
Yes, if I may, Madam Chair. Welcome to those of you who are new to the district. I'm enjoying getting to know you already, and I'm looking forward to having meetings with the rest of you so that we can get to know each other. But I'm just grateful that you're all a part of the team, and it's like the board has said, that you are joining us at such a pivotal time, and we know that you're the right people for the right jobs. So congratulations.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is a pleasure for each one of us to extend our own personal welcomes, and we'll definitely be seeing you around and experiencing everything right alongside you. So thanks again for being here tonight and taking the time to come and see us. We appreciate it. All right.
Thank you. I recommend approval of the agenda for the July 27, 2021 school board meeting with the materials in the board packet, those materials distributed to board members at the meeting, and the audio recording included as part of the official record of the meeting, with the exception of item C21.2, C21.4, and C24.5 that has been withdrawn completely.
So moved.
He's getting right on it. May I have a motion? Board Member Cummings. Moved by Board Member Cummings, seconded by Vice Chair King. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the May 11th, 2021 school board meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Vice Chair King,
Second.
second by Board Member Cummings. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. May I have a motion to approve the minutes for the May 20, 2021 administrative briefing and work session?
So moved.
Moved by Vice Chair King,
Second.
second by Board Member Cummings. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. I will now ask the school board's attorney to explain the rules governing persons who wish to address the school board tonight. Good evening, Attorney Powers.
Good evening, Chair Thrower. In compliance with Section 286.0114 of Florida statutes, the school board has adopted uniform procedures for public speakers who wish to speak at tonight's meeting, either regarding one of tonight's agenda items or a matter relating to the operations of the school district. These procedures will ensure the public has a reasonable opportunity to be heard on school board and school district matters. A written summary of these procedures is available from the table in the hallway. Public speaker forms are also located on the same table. The completed forms were due to the school board secretary no later than 5:40 p.m. Tonight's speakers will be called prior to the business portion of the school board's meeting in the order of receipt by the school board secretary. Before you begin speaking, please state your full name and address for the record and spell your last name. Each speaker will have 5 minutes of time. However, if there are more than 5 persons who wish to speak, the board may seek consensus to limit each speaker's time to 3 minutes. When the speaker has 1 minute remaining, the speaker will receive a visual notice to complete his or her comments. Speakers may not yield their time to other people. Speakers and meeting attendees are expected to conduct themselves in a respectful manner. Therefore, verbal attacks and profanity are strictly prohibited. Pursuant to the procedures for public comments, item 6, speakers are not to identify specific individuals other than themselves or their child, unless the statement is provided 24 hours in advance. The board is here to listen to your comments only. You may be directed to an administrator staff member following the conclusion of your comments for further assistance to address your concerns. If there are matters dealing with student discipline, including expulsions, they will be scheduled at the conclusion of the televised portion of the meetings. Parents may address the board regarding a discipline matter at that time. To ensure student privacy, only a parent or guardian may use a student's first or last name. Identifying references to or identification of other students and/or their families are also strictly prohibited. A public speaker's speech does not reflect the endorsement, sponsorship, position, or expression of the school district. Thank you for your attention to the board's requirements. Madam Chair, that concludes my explanatory remarks.
Thank you, Attorney Powers. Ms. Martinez Lopez, do we have any speakers this evening?
Yes, Madam Chair, we have two speakers. Mr. Chris Altabello.
Chris Altabello, ALTO, B as in boy, ELLO, 2020 Northeast 43rd Street, Ocala, Florida. Dr. Gullett, Madam Chair, board members. I'm here tonight to talk about, you have on your agenda the, I guess, formalization, if you will, of the MESP collective bargaining agreement. Though, as you recall, we were up here not too long ago at impasse, and the board imposed an increase. And I went on vacation over the summer, and I came back to an envelope that was on my desk. And I'm not really sure where it came from, but it had some information in there that I guess happened while I was gone. It had to do with the salary schedules that you approved for the non-represented people, your administrators, your district folk that are unrepresented. And I want to make clear something before I go any further. I am not bemoaning or begrudging any increase that was given to them. You had given them a 2.3% increase across the board. I feel like it should have been more. Our people have been, busting their butts. So I want to make that clear to all my friends out there in the world that I don't represent. And I'm talking about administrative, district specialized personnel, confidential employees, non-instructional management and support services, principals, I guess vice principals, on down the line. What gives me heartburn is that when we were at the table this year and we proposed an across-the-board percentage increase, not only the MESP, but when I sat in on IUPAT's negotiations, it was as if we were from Mars. We can't do that. Can't do an across-the-board increase. So like I told you when I was up here a few short weeks ago, we had to play this little game back and forth of a dime here, a dime there, eventually to get to an imposed settlement. In your packet tonight, you're going to see a wage schedule for my people that I represent in MESP. It's got a lot of boxes on here. See this box up here where it's C1, which is our entry-level, lowest paid workers, our receptionists and our clerk generalists. The entry-level person was the only one in my unit to get a 2.3% increase. Again, I'm not here banging on the 2.3 that our other people got. We should have gotten more. I believe that we had the resources to do that. But the people that I represent, and I've talked with IUPAT leadership and pointed out the fact that when I went on the packet and did my research, a couple of more people on IUPAT's got a 2.3%, but those people are paid even less than people that can work at Wawa or Racetrack. Some of the ones that we're having to do a heavy lift this year are custodians and some of our bus aides and things like that. So I'm not a happy camper right now when I'm told that we can't do an across-the-board increase, but I see hourly wages on what was approved for unrepresented people that got an across-the-board increase of 2.3%. One group of people with zero experience in my bargaining unit got a 2.3% increase. I went online today. We've got over 200 vacancies in this district with a few short weeks to go. I don't know if that number's accurate, but that's what's out there. We have to do better, and we can do better. And the association has offered, and we spoke about this at the impasse hearing, Last year was historic. All three bargaining units went to impasse. I hope and pray that that's not the case, but I cannot have the people that I represent, health clinic assistants, paraprofessionals, receptionists, the first people that are often seen at the schools, our bus aides. I know I don't represent them, but IUPAT does. We can't have these essential people not being treated the right way. So I just, I did not want to come up here and talk about this. We're getting ready to start school, but I feel obligated on behalf of my membership and the hundreds of people that I represent, and I can't speak for IUPAT, but I know they've got some heartburn too when I pointed this out to them. So let's do better. We can do better. Let's work together. And thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Mr. Robert Schaefer?
Hello, I'm Robert Schaefer, spelled S-C-H-A-F-E-R, and my address is 2015 Southwest 43rd Place, Ocala. And the reason I'm here is to thank the board. You may remember that last year in the fall, I came and spoke before you, and the topic was COVID protocols and trying to make those specific for each individual sport. Coming into that meeting, the feeling was that there was going to be one protocol, which was basically a football protocol that was going to be applied across all sports. And I'm assistant volunteer coach at Vanguard for cross country and for track. And the concern was that we'd have this football protocol for everyone. And what I asked the board was to encourage the athletic departments to come up with individual protocols for each sport and according to the risks of those sports. So like as you can imagine, cross country, we're out in fields running around, the wind's blowing, and there's not a lot of close contact versus football, which of course there's a lot. And you did that, and I just wanted to thank you for that and kind of report back to you on the results. First of all, the best result is that our kids started training in mid-June of last year. The season ended in mid-November, and we had about 50 kids out, and during that whole time, we did not have a single COVID case following all the protocols, so that was the best news. And then on top of it, these kids were allowed to compete in the state series, and just to brag a little bit, our boys and girls both won county, our boys and girls both won districts. Went on to regionals. Top 4 teams go on to state. Our girls came in 3rd, and they were able to compete in the state championship in Tallahassee. Our boys just missed, although they had a great season. And so anyway, on behalf of Coach James Travieso, who's the head coach for our cross country program, and I think I could speak for all the other coaches in the county, we just want to thank you for what you guys did, and it was a very common sense approach that turned out great. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Schaefer.
That's it, Madam Chair.
That's it? Thank you. All right, moving on. May I have a motion to rescind resolution number 20-07, permitting the use of employee accrued sick leave and authorizing the Employee Relations Office to approve uncompensated leave for specified reasons directly related to the COVID-19 pandemic. May I have a motion, please? Moved by Vice Chair King,
Second.
second by Board Member Cummings. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimously. May I have a motion to approve resolution number 21-03, extending provisions in the Families First Coronavirus Response Act, otherwise known as FFCRA, permitting 5 additional days of paid leave, granting the use of accrued sick leave, and authorizing the Employee Relations Office to approve uncompensated leave for specified reasons directly related to the COVID-19 pandemic. May I please have a motion?
So move.
Moved by Board Member Cummings, seconded by Vice Chair King. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Moving on to the approval of the consent agenda. May I have a motion to approve consent agenda items C7.1 through C27.2, with the exception of items C21.2, C21.4, and C24.5 that have been withdrawn completely? May I please have a motion?
So move.
Moved by Board Member Cummings, seconded by Vice Chair King. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. May I have a motion to approve the following cash or tangible donations that have a total value of $22,567? $2,500 to Bellevue High School from their business partner, Love Incorporated of the Heart of Florida, via the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. $4,567 to Dr. N.H. Jones Elementary School from Dr. N.H. Jones Parent Organization. $1,000 to Forest High School from Memories of Missing Smiles Incorporated. $5,000 to Horizon Academy from Marion County Hospital District. $2,500 to Lake Weir Middle School from their business partner, Love Incorporated of the Heart of Florida, via the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. $2,500 to Madison Street Elementary School from their business partner, Regions Bank, via the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. $2,000 to Marion County Public Schools Professional Leadership and Learning Department from the Florida Credit Union. $2,500 to Saddlewood Elementary School from their business partner, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, via the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. May I please have a motion?
So move.
Moved by Board Member Cummings. Seconded by Vice Chair King. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Board Member
Aye.
King? Thank you. I would be astonished if this motion did not pass unanimously. Thank you very much. Board Member Cummings, would you kindly give the thanks tonight?
Yes, we always appreciate all the donations that we get from our community partners, and please continue to support these schools. Every dollar goes to great causes, so thank you for all the support that we get from our community.
Thank you, Board Member Cummings. We're going to move on to Board Committee reports and concerns. We'll start with some meeting reminders. The following administrative briefing and work session is scheduled for August 5th, 2021 at 9 a.m. The purpose of the work session is to discuss Budget General Fund 1 of 3, 2022 renewal rates, self-funded health plan, and COVID-19 updates if needed. The next administrative briefing and work session is scheduled for August 12th, 2021 at 9 a.m. The purpose of the work session is to discuss capital budget, includes 5-year work plan, and remaining funds 2 of 3. School planning update, 5-year work plan draft 2 of 2, and COVID-19 updates. Okay, we'll go ahead with our committee reports and comments. Dr. Gullett, do you have anything for us tonight?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. It's hard to believe that July is coming to a close rather quickly. And I had the great pleasure this morning to be part of welcoming back our transportation department at 7 a.m. this morning. Thanks to Ms. Rohr and her wonderful team and all of our great bus drivers and bus aides. And I want to say thank you and welcome back to our teachers who are already joining us this week through ESSER Week. They're doing a lot of great training, and it's been a pleasure to be out in schools already and see that. Schools are coming back to life, even though we had summer school, everyone else is returning. So we look forward to seeing everyone back with us very shortly in the coming days, and excited about the year ahead. I also want to do a special shout out as we kick off this new school year. And Principal Manresa, when I visited her at Hillcrest today, she said, here's our theme for the year. She said it's brave. Believe, respect, and value education. Every child counts, and every child's capable of things beyond our imagination. And I just want to shout out to her and her team, as well as all of our wonderful principals and departments, because of believing in children and what they're capable of every day. So it's a great way to kick off the year, and I'm excited to see everybody return back. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gullett. Board Member Campbell.
Thank you. My apologies for not being there this evening, but I'm looking forward to getting back with you guys in about a week. I just wanted to say that I'm very excited about several of the new personnel items that we have approved this evening, and as I already congratulated those in the room, that I'm grateful that they're joining us as well, but we also had a lot of changes that we approved this evening, and what I want to say about that is whenever we have upward mobility and we have principals at one level wanting to, at the elementary level, wanting to go to the secondary level, or we have secondary level principals aspiring to go to the district office and those kinds of things, that's exciting to me because it means that we've got great talent and we're recruiting from within, but we also have a lot of great talent that's coming into this district that we've identified for specific positions that I know are going to do an exceptional job. And so that's really all I had for tonight. I'm looking forward to getting out to schools and meeting more of these folks that are joining our district so we can get to know each other better. And thanks all for doing everything you're doing.
Thank you, Board Member Campbell. Board Member Cummings.
Good evening, everyone. Again, Dr. Gullett, I must have missed you just this morning. I got there a little bit late to welcome our transportation department as well. And we thank them for coming back. And it was a room full of people over there at MTI. But we also, again, congratulations to all of our new, not new, but our people that are going up and some are new. So thank you guys for being here. And again, congratulations. There were a lot that were on our packet that are not here. And we want to say congratulations to them as well. They deserve it, and we know they're going to do a great job. I want to encourage everyone as we get ready to start this new year that we please continue to be safe. Please, we've had a great summer, and as we're coming back to school, we just want to maintain the safety and get off to a good start. I'm glad to hear that our kids are going to be back in front of folks. We know that kids learn best when they're in front of the teacher. We know that, and that's one of the lessons that we really got out of COVID. So I'm praying that we'll have a great year. I also want to commend Mr. Thomas Butler and the homeless department on the donation. They worked to get some shoes donated, 500 pairs of shoes from Souls to Souls, and I was there today. And apparently, this is not going to be a one-time donation. It's going to be this semester and possibly next semester, 500 pairs of shoes for people that need them. So we want to commend them. And as we go back again, I'm just praying that we have a safe year. I thank our district. I thank everyone in our district, from those who feel that their jobs may be insignificant. Every job matters in this district. Every job. There is no job in this schools district that does not matter. So we thank you guys, and let's have a great year going forward.
Thank you, Board Member Cummings. Vice Chair King.
Yes, I will be short this evening. Yes, in the next week or two, we will be welcoming back everyone. So for those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that are new to our district, welcome. We are so grateful for each and every one of you. And we're excited to what the new year brings. And with that, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair King. Secretary Martinez Lopez.
Board members, you do have an updated committee departments in your mailbox so that you can review that and get back with the chair thrower as far as any additional committees you might want to pick up that we are in need of.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, Attorney Powers.
Good evening, board members. The only announcement I have is that as per our announcement in the work session that we recently engaged in, the board had given its consensus for optional face coverings, and that is currently in effect. That's going to be where we are proceeding forward. However, in order to formally adopt that, we do have actually a resolution and a policy. The resolution actually became or evolved into the policy, and policy is School Board Policy 8.90 regarding that former mandatory face mask covering policy. That Section 6 of that policy indicates this policy will become effective on the date approved by the school board and shall continue until further action of the school board. The school board, having given its consensus at the work session, still would not quite constitute action. We actually do have to submit it for a vote of the board. And procedurally, in order to formally rescind that, it requires a further action of the board, namely a vote. And we have scheduled that we will be scheduling that for the next consent agenda in order to finalize that. We were going to put it on for today, but I didn't want to rush things in a way that seemed inappropriate. So we're going to place that on the next consent agenda. But in the meantime, that is the consensus that the board has made clear, and the board certainly can clarify if it has any comments regarding that, that optional face masks will be the direction we're moving going forward.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Powers. Anything from the board? We're all clear? Okay, all right. Thank you. And yes, just for me, I'd like to say that leave it to Hillcrest School to just make it straight. You know, we are incredibly blessed to have so many brave people. All of our students, you know, it's our mission to help each and every student succeed each and every day. And I feel really optimistic that, especially considering what we went through last year, that we've got a foundation now to build from. And we also have incredible team members, including our new team members that are joining us for the first time and others that are rotating into different positions to be able to make a new contribution. So I too would like to say to everyone, and including the community and our families, of which you are all a part, that we have to do this together. These are our shared schools, and it is our shared responsibility to continue to make them great. And we're definitely on a good track, and we're looking forward to a really probably fast-paced year and a lot of successes. So August 10th will be here before we know it, but we're definitely off to a great start. And it's one of the things that I really am happy about, having been in the classroom myself, is our teachers having that extra planning, those extra planning days. And I get the feeling that that may likely involve, or might likely evolve going forward into, that's just the way we've always done it. You know, why would we go back when that type of opportunity to plan and really be ready for the kids? Because when that bell rings, they're coming. So we really want to be ready and welcome them with open arms, which I know we do. So take good care of yourselves between now and August 10th, and we'll see everyone for that exciting first day of school. All right. Anything else for the good of the cause? All right. Before addressing expulsion matters, I wish to acknowledge that board members have received the alternative placement lists for students through June 30th, 2021. Ms. Martinez-Lopez, are there any parents who have submitted a timely request to speak on their child's disciplinary matter?
No, Madam Chair.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the expulsion of student JD21-60, JD21-601, and JD21-083 with educational services through the entire 2021-2022 school year? May I please have a motion? Moved by Board Member Cummings, seconded by Vice Chair King. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. This concludes the televised and business portion of the meeting. Are we doing a recess?
We are doing a recess.
Thank you. We will recess at 6:07 p.m. Thank you so much.